think we're ready.
Here's a recap.
So last week we found ourselves in the secret extra-dimensional mansion of a legendary priestess and witch, Minerva Spellweaver. I referred to her as a mage before, but I'm retconning and I'm saying that she's a witch because I've never heard of mages in Akatar anyways, and I have heard of a witch. So, after the unintentional rescue of Cletus and a lot of negotiating, a deal was struck between the party and the archivist that you guys would re-enter the portal into the mansion and clear any rooms of monsters or traps, taking any treasures, and that Cletus would reopen the next morning at 9 a.m. Wherein, upon completion, you guys would get 2,000 gold pieces to split amongst yourself, not a piece.
I remember. I remember
I have
500.
It's like I owe you.
Okay. I just said it different. Maybe more.
I owe you.
We fleeced Cletus.
So you guys enter the mansion, find the library, you find a swarm of books. Mara brought them down, sent them into a pile of ash. Y'all also found a book with the letter R on the spine, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, whenever
Letter
you...
E.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said letter E as well. Yes, letter E from the bedroom upstairs, where you guys decided to take your rest. And that's where we're at right now. Everybody is snoozing. A long rest is about 8 hours. And so tonight we are opening with Mara. Marjoram. Because your name, state, and place of birth is a place and of nightmares. It's what it means. It was given to you by the court, bred of nightmares underneath another mountain that you escaped from. But you can't run from all nightmares. Some come to you over and over every time you close your eyes. So, Mara, you're back under the mountain in the Court of Nightmares. And you can smell it in the dust and the ash that coat everything down there. And you're running, or trying to, because, like in so many dreams, as you run, you stumble, and the sharp gravel stings your palms as you fall over and over, running and tripping uphill through a narrow tunnel. The creeping feeling on your back that you must run faster. Every time you tumble forward, you feel the whisper of warm breath tickle your neck. I want you to make a dream dexterity save with disadvantage.
Oh,
Gag. Is that a D20?
Yes.
Okay.
D20. You roll it twice and take the lower number.
Okay, let's go halves, baby. What's that say? Okay, we got a 14.
14. Good.
And then
so
it's gonna be an 8.
An 8. Okay. So you stumble forward again, and your dreams are so vivid, there is no telling real from not real. It's almost like you can feel the cuts into your palms as you hit the ground again. And that cold snaking feeling and that warm tickle on the back of your neck, you can feel it creeping up your spine again. But you pull yourself upright and you grip the rough hewn stone walls around you, and you use your momentum and grip to pull yourself forward and keep running. And you see a light at the end of the tunnel, blue and watering, flickering but steady. You're going to keep running. Let's see.
I ain't getting no sleep.
You ain't getting no sleep running all night.
I ain't resting up at all.
You keep running and running, and it's almost like your conscious body takes over your dream, and your body is more upright, and you push yourself through until it's almost like you burst out into the light, and it's reminiscent of the first time that you found yourself underneath the stars, and you can feel that shadow waiting in within the entrance of that you just came from, but you look up to the sky in gratitude and relief, taking a deep breath of fresh air, a sharp scent of snow mixed with pine, marveling at the expanse of glittering black. The sparkle of the cosmos feeling so close, like you feel like you could reach out and touch it. Do you?
Yes.
So you reach out your fingers towards the sky, and as you do, you feel the sky growing closer, and you notice that you float lighter than a wisp of smoke on a breeze, and you find yourself nestled amongst the stars, cocooned in a blanket of night, stars crusting your skin like a diamond, and you feel out and safe and where you're supposed to be. And you look out into the glittering expanse of the night sky, and you see the stars twinkle and glitter and look back. And as you float in the sky, not of your own will, just because this is a dream, and things in dreams don't always make sense. You see as the stars and the night that just twinkled and winked at you reach out in dark, glittering hands towards your face. And those hands cup your face in an almost like motherly way. But you have a quickening in your heart, because nothing in these dreams are ever like happy. Your name is Nightmare for a reason. You're from the Court of Nightmares for a reason. You don't have happy dreams.
Okay.
And so these motherly hands that hold your face, you hear the stars whisper, "Wake up," as you feel a nail drag down your face, and outpours red stars. And we're going to shift to Sonny.
Can
Jordan.
I say?
Sonny.
Fucked up dream. I'm upsetting. Also, it sounds just like when I did acid, that's how it sounded. Someone reached down and touched my face, and the branches were growing towards me, and I was like, dude, is she in my head?
In Minecraft.
In
Minecraft.
Say, Kalis, can I just interject real quick? Kalis got up early, is standing in the corner, ominously watching over the group as they sleep, and notices Mara as she twitches and is jerking.
Aw, she's dreaming.
And thinks
I'm like a dog.
and thinks about going and waking her up, but hesitates and does not touch her, lets her sleep, and continues watching with the group.
I like the concern.
Watching everyone while they sleep like a good guard. Hello. If I'm not mistaken, that's a very Azrael thing to do. It's canon.
I mean, yeah,
He's
but
standing in
usually
the corner.
you tell people.
Literally.
We'll wake up and see him there, and I'll be like, Dude, how long have you been up? And he'll be like, hours. I've been crying for hours.
I've been up for hours.
Hours.
To me.
Well, Sonny, you wake. The normal, quiet breathing of a house, the subtle creaks and groans that you're familiar to in the cradle, are starkly absent in this place. And from the dim amethyst light streaming in, you can't really tell what hour it is or how long you slept. You lay in the quiet, listening, wondering what woke you, when you hear the quiet hum of a woman's voice carrying down the hall, a haunting melody.
What is it saying? She
It's just a hum.
hate that?
You might be able to hear it.
I hate it.
What do you do?
It's really cool. Is anyone else up? I mean,
Kalis is up.
kind of look at him and be like, is he hearing what I'm hearing?
Yeah, you can look at him. You look at him, and what do you want to say?
Do you hear that?
You go to Kalis.
Do you hear that?
Why don't you make a perception check for me?
I'm also
He's
awake.
probably startled because I just like
You're waking now.
sat up and looked at him and was like wide awake. Like, do you hear that?
Yeah, the stars are gonna wake up,
Sleep
so
like
I'm
a rock.
fucking dead.
Out like a rock.
Perception.
Falcon CP. Don't touch Falcon. Or be quiet.
It's a 9.
You don't hear anything.
I'm like,
You're a terrible guard.
I've been up. What do you mean?
I'm gonna get up and can I just like start? Can I like peep at the end of the hallway? Like, yeah.
You can walk around and take a little peep down the hallway.
Wait, hold on. I'm still laying down. How do I turn around again?
Oh.
Can I just like?
You peek around the corner, and the humming continues. It's a little bit closer, but it continues in its melancholy tune, unhurried, tearing around the bend of the hallway, past the landing.
Man, could I like cast detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just tell you that you detect magic all over the fucking place.
Yeah,
in
that's
here.
what's
I mean, the entire, pretty much the entirety of the mansion itself its essence is magical.
Oh, damn
Kayla says, Sonny, what is it? Are you hear something?
it. Yeah, it's just I hear a humming. It's very ominous. And I want to follow it, but I'm not. I don't. You want to go?
We can. Maybe we should wait for the rest of
Can we wake them up?
the group to wake up and investigate together.
I'm not waking Falcon up. One of y'all.
I'll wake him.
Is Mara afraid of Falcon?
A little bit.
He's a big boy.
Big
Boys are
boy.
scary.
Can I use like my feathers or my wings to like tickle their feet?
That's how Lily wakes me up.
Okay, so Sadi goes up to Valken, tickles his feet with feathers. How does Valken react to being woken up like that?
He would probably just start kicking and screaming.
That's what I do.
He hates being tickled.
Good morning, sunshine.
What is going on? Why? Is it morning? Like, what happened?
Yeah, it's time to get up. We gotta go. There's weird stuff's already happening, and we gotta go check it out.
Where's the blue-skinned one? Where's the blue-skinned one?
He's over there.
It's Cletus.
So
Hi.
he goes, I didn't see you there.
Yeah. No,
I've been up for hours.
I've
I was
been.
making sure.
Sani
Making sure you were keeping up.
See him in the dark corner.
Sani said she heard something. Marjoram, it seemed like you were having some type of bad dream, and
Were you watching her sleep?
I've been watching you all sleep.
That's kind of weird, bro.
For some hours now. I've been.
We didn't ask you to do that.
What were you watching me sleep?
I've been watching the room. Okay, I've been watching the hall.
Did you sleep?
I have not heard. I did sleep. I got some hours. I have not heard or seen anything, but I trust Sani has heard something, and I think it's best that we all investigate together. What time is it? I don't have a watch.
I didn't think he was gonna escort me this long.
Do we know what time it is?
Is there a clock in the room?
No, there are no clocks in the room, and you don't have any way of being able to tell the exact time.
Well, we can look at
just
the
because
sun.
there is no
Sun's
sun.
Oh.
If you go and you look out the window,
There's no
all you
sun.
see is like an endless stretch of a swirling purple like
Oh.
smoke.
That's right, we're in the secret place.
Right, you're
She wakes up all confused.
Oh,
Like,
you
where am
just
I?
come up. Where am I?
Where am I? I was just in the stars, damn it. I know there's a sun out there.
The
Can I-
humming is continue. Sani, you hear the humming. You hear it in fading, but sometimes a little higher, but always coming from the other side of the mansion.
I want to go follow.
Should
wanna
I?
explore.
I was kind of thinking I could detect magic, or I could roll.
Don't bother detecting magic. It's all over the place.
Oh, true. Facts.
All over the place.
I could roll insight. How are we feeling about insight?
You could roll insight, like say you wanted to maybe discern how Sani is feeling. Like maybe if you're like, do you think that she's making this up, or do you think like where do you think this is coming from?
Or like
Type
her,
thing.
her feelings
Her
around it.
demeanor.
Yeah, because like she heard it and like she said it's a woman's humming. She's kind of more familiar with this place than I ever could be.
And she's also the only one that can hear it.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, how is this making her feel? Like, if I can't hear it, what does it sound like? Is it spooky? Is it scary? Okay.
Who are you?
What is this? Oh, nat 20 plus 6.
Whoa!
Amazing.
I said process.
No, it's literally like, what's this little symbol?
Who is she?
Not 20!
Hey!
So why don't
Come
you
here, you.
tell us, Lily, how Sani's feeling? How is this making her feel?
I'm reading you right now.
I mean, I feel like I've been pretty open. I don't like it. I don't really know. Especially since no one else can hear it. It's not very, I mean, but it's kind of expected in whatever this place is, since it is so magical. But I'm like, okay, but maybe that's a lead, you know. Start somewhere, right? We're gonna run into some shit regardless.
Yeah, and we're supposed to clear, right? So we gotta go. So you feel like slightly intimidated, but the need to go and investigate with it.
Yeah.
I want to know what the hum is. Can you hum it for me?
She says you, but
Yeah, this is me imitating it. It makes me emotional. I mean,
super spooked. Super scared. That's like some sad shit.
yeah, feels very Mother's Lullaby-esque.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Mom over there. She is psychotic. She's got some stuff going on.
Don't trust the lullabies. Mommies are scary. Okay. So you
Mommy's
guys.
are scared.
I have mommy.
Sorry to all the mommies in the chat.
shout out all the moms in the chat.
Shout out all the
I love
scary
scary
moms in the
mommies.
chat.
Love moms.
Scary mommies.
Kalis loves moms. That's the name of this episode.
He
Mom
loves
Mom.
MILFs. Not only is a power bottom, but he is a MILF lover.
The power bottom.
Shout out to MILFs
I'm
in the
so
chat.
glad that made it over. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Who were the other ones? The peggers. That's my team.
They don't. What? They don't know
Okay,
the context of what you're saying.
I thought they did because he was a power bottom.
Josh!
Cut that out. Cut that out.
I played
Oh,
Flip Cup
no.
this weekend, and our team name was the Peggers.
Okay.
And Josh's team name was the Power Bottoms.
I thought that's where you were getting it from.
It's true.
That's so funny.
So I vote Kalis wants we should stay together. I'm open to going and investigating, but I also know that we've been here all night and we are currently safe. I feel like we have the information that we came for. If we feel like there's anything more that we
Hold
can
on.
find, but also we don't have to honor our pact with what was his name?
Please.
I
Cletus.
want my $500.
We can fleece Cletus on our way out the door, and we can continue on our journey.
Marjoram feels the need to investigate, and she knows Sonny wants to as well with her insight check. She looks at Sonny and asks, "Should we go? Would you lead the way?"
I mean, I think this place is an untapped resource as far as we can see it. You know, we know what we already have in our libraries, but this is, this is untapped knowledge. I think it would be stupid to walk away from it.
Speaking of untapped knowledge, have we opened the book? Have we cracked it to see if it's something that can...
We haven't opened either of the books yet. We've just looked at them and looked at like the letters on them.
Yeah,
Do
I
we
think you'll
want to
have
do
a
that before?
total of 3 books now. The ones with the letters on the spines, and then
And the one
also
with
the
the
one...
weird symbol.
Right.
Do we want to look at that while we decide on whether we want to continue on?
Yeah, can we open up the books?
Yeah, the books with the letters on the side, they have the same exact cover as the one that you found in Cletus's study, that had the notes on how to access the portal. These books with their same cover, with their letters on the sides, when you open them, they're blank.
Blank.
Ooh.
So you have 2 of those that are blank, and then the third book that you have is about the natural resources of the day court, different herbs and stuff inside there. And it's not blank. You do see the illustrations of different plants and some of their properties and some of their locations with parts in the index of like different like legends and lore that you might find associated with them.
Okay. Well, the ladies get more.
Can we
We don't know that.
follow?
We
Falcon
don't-
says You have the ears, Sonny, so we're just gonna follow you.
I would like to walk towards the sound.
Okay. So y'all round the bend of the corner and pass the landing. You hear the sound coming from a door on the far side of the building. And the door itself is closed. But does anybody want to...
We can't get out.
Oh no, are y'all stuck again? Oh
I
no.
was just determined to find like a hole.
No. Remember last time I had to freaking... Oh no.
Oh my god, the island's falling apart!
The dimension!
Oh! Well, the simulation's breaking!
You know what?
Dimension's
You know what?
crossing.
I'm
Condensation! Ah!
Come here, ya babies. Ya babies. Ya wee babies.
Wee little baby.
I took this sword.
Mom, come get me.
Oh.
Oops. I'm fighting you.
You were moving while I was trying to move you.
We're following you, Sonny.
I'm sorry, we just got teleported.
Don't look.
Oh, what am I not supposed to
It's a
look?
locked door.
Oh, is it? It's crazy.
It is a closed door.
Okay,
So,
let's open it.
Kalis says, I happen to be quite a skilled lockpick myself. I would
Go
love
for it, try it.
the opportunity to
Do
do
it.
this for you. So I take out my
Everybody
lock.
wants... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Is that a
No,
I
I
take
said
out-
everybody wants a chance to use their skills, to show
Yeah.
their skills.
and he's a little smug about it. And I would like to take out my thieves' tools. I imagine there's some type of lockpick and try to unlock the door.
Okay. So you'll roll a d20 and you'll add your dexterity
Love that.
and your expertise for that.
Okay, so that's a 6 on my roll, plus 7 is 13, plus
Plus 4.
4 is 17.
Perfect. Expertise. You fiddle with the lock for a little bit, and then just whenever you're starting to be like, oh my god, am I... Yeah, everybody's fucking watching me. Right when you hear that beautiful and the soft slide of the lock as you feel the door unlock.
I turn to the group.
Hell yeah.
I go, easy.
And we walk.
Amazing. You enter a practically furnished room. The walls around you are lined with work tables and bookcases and various scrolls and oddities, vials with unknown contents. Along the walls, you see that there are notes all over the place, properties of spell work, recipes for potions, and a large map of the cosmos with constellations charted and marked by hand.
Oh my goodness.
Can we take any of the recipes for potions? Or can we?
Yeah, you can, if you want to like do a further investigation check of like looking into the different recipes, you
Yeah.
definitely can do that. However, the humming as you enter the room and you take all of this in, you enter, and in the middle of the room, Sani, you see, with their back turned to you, a specter of a woman. Her entire person is a monochrome of black and white, an illusory image that blurs into ephemeral lines with each of her movements as she stands at one of the tables, grinding mortar into pestle, humming that same tune under her breath. She has, the tone of her skin is dark, and she has long, gorgeous goddess braids with different trinkets and like jewelry wrapped into it, but she wears a simple apron, and she just stands there going about her movements, and you see her, but no one else in the room sees her. Everyone else just sees the empty room that I described before. What do you do?
Excuse me? Can they hear me?
So when you speak out loud, there's a slight pause in the movements, a slight pause in the humming, but then it just continues. And she moves across her ingredients, her supplies off to another table, and just continues about doing her work. Now, you guys just saw Sani speak to no one and nothing. How are you guys reacting to this?
Were you saying like everybody noticed her doing that, or it was just Falcon?
No, everybody noticed Sani speaking to someone. I mean, she very clearly said something and spoke to.
She said, "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
So no one
And
else can
what
see.
is in?
Um,
And you guys don't see anything. You just see the room, like a very furnished and kind of cluttered workroom, full of all kinds of stuff. You guys feel like a little distracted by like, oh my god, there's so much stuff in here to look at. What can I fit in my pockets? And clearly Sani is like stopped cold, not paying attention to the scrolls or the vials. She's almost like she's seen a ghost.
Falcon's gonna kind of like walk around the area. And, like, are you talking to one of us, or is there something in here?
So okay, so you guys aren't seeing person
No, sorry.
working.
You see.
There's another person in here. Falcon will like draw his sword, his weapon.
Well,
the lady that was coming?
yeah, I think that's where the humming was coming. I mean, she seems
Don't
chill. Don't
touch it.
interrupt me. There's a lady and she's just working around stuff. She doesn't seem like to be threatening.
Is she
And
like?
can I
Does she
go
look
up
like a
to her and
ghost?
touch her?
You go up to her. As you're talking, she's moving about the space, still humming under her breath, and you see she steps towards the entrance, and when she does, she passes through Marjoram. Like her edges blur and vanish, and then she reappears on the other side. But Sani, would you see that happen, and you reach out to touch her, and as soon as your hand makes contact, she stops and jerks over her shoulder and makes direct eye contact with you, and takes a breath in and disappears. And you don't see her in the space anymore.
Okay.
Am I okay?
However, everything looks normal and fine. You didn't feel anything at all, Marjoram.
I'm shaking.
You didn't feel anything at all.
That scared the shit out of me.
You didn't feel
You
anything
didn't
at all.
see it.
I had nightmares. I
She
What
picked
happened?
up on a vibe.
I picked up on something. I felt her
Roll
go through.
insight, or did you feel the ghost go through you?
I felt a cold gust of air that felt like it chilled me to my bones, just slashed through me, and Sami's looking at me with her jaw on the floor. I'm a little shook up.
It felt very reminiscent of your dream, of the breath that tickled your neck as you were running, and then it was gone.
I'm not doing
But Sani, you felt her make direct eye contact with you. And you noticed when she turned and looked at you that her hair was, intricately braided and beautiful. She had a very delicate circlet of phases of the moon across her forehead. And you would obviously recognize that as like a circlet of a priestess of the mother.
I was just gagged.
I think I saw a priestess ghost.
Do you think it would be Minerva?
Do I know what Minerva looks like?
Roll a history check. If anybody wants to help her in any way, they can give her
Guidance.
give you advantage. But see what you remember. History or intelligence. I'll let you choose whichever.
I've been making Mandy was watching crap, what's it called? Burrows In
Mm-hmm.
with me, and there was Brennan was yelling guidance.
Guidance.
And so this
Guidance.
history. It's a D20.
Mm-hmm.
18.
18. So you're thinking, you're trying to remember what little you know of Minerva Spellweaver, what little you've read about her in the history books. But you do remember seeing a portrait of her always with gorgeously, intricately braided hair and the circlet of moonstone moon phases around her brow.
Yep.
Dark skin, golden eyes. Of course, you couldn't tell any of that with the monochrome stage she was in, but you can remember her coloring, and they might actually.
Lucky I think it was her.
My goodness.
I think I've seen a ghost.
Well, we sure ain't evicting her
Nope.
from her own space.
Oh.
What happened? What you reached out and what happened?
She just turned and looked at me, and then she disappeared.
So she's probably still in the house somewhere, I would assume.
What kind
Yeah.
of omen do we think that is? She didn't cause us any harm.
Can Balkan roll a perception to see if he can find any books in the room that match the set?
I think I'm looking at one.
Hold on.
I found the teleport to the stairs, y'all.
What are you
I got a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
So you look around and you are really distracted by some of these shiny
Found a really big
tiles.
skull.
Like, yes, this skull with its long teeth, and it's like nothing that you've ever seen. And you do find a couple of vials of some very
Found some
viscous liquid.
slime.
It's viscous liquid. But you've seen enough books of your time. Like you're like your eyes are done with seeing books. You found shiny potions. You can't even find the books. However, between Mara and Sani's passive perception, they looking around do notice a book, very familiar book. You flip inside, it's blank inside, and on the side of the spine is the letter T.
D as in dog.
T as in train.
Okay.
Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee.
Genuinely.
Does anybody want to do any investigation check? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to describe one thing because you're not looking towards it. The wall that you can't see, the wall you're facing whenever you walk in is actually covered in not only the notes but also a golden illustration of a sunbeam with a door in the center of the beam itself.
Oh my
And also,
god.
if anybody wants to do any investigations or look for anything, see if you can, like, if you want to look through the spells and see if you see any, like, special spell scrolls or items, I would recommend doing it.
I want to do it. I want to do
I
all the
hid
things.
treasure.
I want to do all the things to find all the treasure.
I want to roll.
I want roll.
Me too.
I want something cool.
Okay. Roll investigations and just tell me, like, what are you looking for? Mara, what are you looking for whenever you roll investigation?
When Mara rolls investigations,
Can I? I was just saying. Remember, we've seen recipes and we've seen a map of the cosmos also in the room.
Mm-hmm.
The cosmos,
That's all.
you say?
that's what I see lots of stuff. I mean, Mara wants to look for something not really related to the mission necessarily. Pretty selfish of her to look for, but she wants to look for in the potions or in the spells. I mean, a real general search. She's searching for something that could be life-saving in the future, that could bring any one of us back from the brink of strong magic. She's getting the sense we're dealing with a lot of that, and she's scared of losing her real family.
Okay. If you will roll investigation, with a D20, if anybody wants to give you guidance, help action, anything like that.
Guidance. Guidance.
Guidance. Okay, here I go to roll, and I have a +1. That's it. Oh my gosh, it's a 3.
So looking around, you
four.
are overwhelmed. I mean, like, you're overwhelmed with the amount of scrolls, but you get distracted by a small, like, black cloth on one of the tables. It's like a silky looking jet black square, like 4x4 size, like almost like a tissue size. Oh, I'll take that back. It's bigger. It's more like a nice square
Shawl.
scarf size. Yeah.
Okay, like, like a shoulder. Okay, scarf, shoulder shawl. Got it.
Pull
Dark.
up the actual item. You do see that. But you don't have to pick it up unless you want to.
I think I want to pick it up.
Okay. So you pick it up and it is so freaking soft. And whenever you unfold it, it unfolds into a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter.
Oh my goodness.
It's so dark. It's almost like looking into a hole whenever you pull it up.
Okay.
And if you wanted to know anything like exact or more about it, you could have someone cast an identify spell, or anything that you guys find that you don't have all the information about that you want more. You also can utilize the archivists in the library to cast identify spells and stuff, to help find out what things are if you don't want to, like, use all of your spell slots for that type thing.
Yeah, see, and I was even going to ask, I was like, do I show it to Sonny and say, hey, do you know what this is? Just kind of like ask the room, anybody familiar with one of these? Kind of thing.
I can lay hands on it to see if it has any type of magical properties to it.
Okay. Hang on. Surely we always have some. This is the black cloth.
Cletus walks up.
Cletus.
And first he says, if there's any type of witches or ghost in here, Don't mess with us. Can I roll an intimidation and also identify? Because I will identify first, but I also want to intimidate any kiss.
Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
small.
Roll intimidation.
Yeah, why would you agitate them?
Make the ghost mad. Make them hoes mad.
This is incredibly uncomfortable with the presence of. That will be a 17.
17. So you feel that you have sufficiently made your presence and intentions to be there known.
All right, he feels
You feel
confident.
good about that choice.
He feels confident.
And then also as that confidence is surging through you and you touch the soft black cloth and cast the identify spell, you are surged with a knowledge outside yourself of what you've never seen this before. You have no idea what this is, but you know now that this is a portable hole. And I will
Do it.
actually let me see if I can add the information about it into the chat in the game. Well, I don't know how well that'll work actually.
Wow.
Whoa!
It's a wondrous item.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
Can I I
That's
was gonna read
mine.
it. I was gonna read it aloud. No,
Oh,
I was just gonna I'm identifying it, but that's a
my
lot.
hole.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
if you want to read it out loud since you're identifying it and tell us how Kalis explains this item to everybody else.
Oh no, now I'm interpreting. Let me read the whole thing first. I was just gonna read it verbatim for myself.
Has been a use of the identify spell.
This is life saving. We can leave. And just go. Hey guys, let's get the hell out of here.
So what I'm getting from it is that it is indeed magic. It is, as you can see, a black cloth. It can actually be expanded and unfolded into a 6-foot circular cloth. Um, and you can put it against surface where it creates a hole that's 10 feet deep, right? So it's just, you toss it and you create a hole.
Pokeball.
Does it
Okay.
work so that we can seal the hole off once we're in it? And then get back out?
TBD. Pause. If there is, say, a wall, you can go through a wall, or any surface that is 10 feet, you can create a passage through.
I'm seeing.
You can climb out of it.
I'm sorry, it can't be used to create open passages.
Oh,
but it can
see,
be used to like hide inside.
okay.
But you only got
Right.
This
Yeah,
is
you
me.
only have
Okay.
10 minutes of
However,
air.
if it's closed on you, yes, you can suffocate inside it.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I'm not the one that should be explaining this, but everybody reads it and Kayla's interprets it for the group.
Oh my gosh. Placing a portable hole inside an extra-dimensional space created by bagel holding, blah blah blah, or similar item instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane.
Oh, it's
Yep.
like wormhole
Yeah.
physics. Okay.
Yeah.
And we need to keep that shit in mind?
Dude, well, we should
Yeah.
never open it in an extra-dimensional space. I say that, and then I say it
If you
twice.
ever get a bag of holding, just don't put your little silky pocket square inside it.
Okay.
Okay, so Mara, that is what you found. If you want to mark that in your inventory that you have a portable hole,
You know I do.
I will find a way to add it.
You know I do.
You know I got a
Most
portable hole.
of this stuff I'm gonna have to like all
Holes.
do by hand in Foundry anyways. So I'll make sure that you have that like added to your sheet that you
Thank
have a
you.
portable hole.
That's so dope.
Wait, hang on.
Thank you for
What
interpreting
is?
that for me, Kalis.
You're welcome. He says as he asks the DM, "What is the last like two sentences? Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it and deposited in a random location."
That is if you accidentally open the gate to the astral plane
Oh.
by putting it inside another extra dimensional space.
Okay.
So that would just be like you would open the gate and they'd be sucked through.
Hey, honestly,
We're all about getting sucked off.
dude.
Sucked off through
Kalis seen
stuff.
the word sucked. Honestly, though, outside of character, like you throw an extra dimensional hole at our bag of holding next to a boss, 10 feet within 10 feet range of a boss, and suck them off into the interdimensional plane. It would be crazy.
Surprise tool we can use later.
Write that down. Someone
Creative
write that down.
solutions. Write that down. Write that down.
Kalis
It's a
takes a note.
master tool.
He's close.
It's a devious mouse caboose.
Amazing. Does anybody? Were there any other investigation checks that anybody
Yeah,
wanted to make?
I wanna look around about the recipes, about the potions.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check then.
Do I keep misplacing my 320 or just by this minute? It's annoying.
A 9.
Annoying.
Looking around, of looking around, you're looking at the notes on the wall, and there's a bunch of them. Some of them are just scribbles that are hard to tell, but you do see one that it looks like it has a crude red illustration of like a red type potion on it, and it does say like potion of healing recipe on it, and you found another recipe of one that's like legible that you can read well, say of the patterns for cloaks of fey kind.
Can I take them?
You can take them down off the wall. Hang on just a second. I'm trying to look something up. With the potion of healing, you see that it requires some like pretty common items like water and to be boiled. And you also see that it requires um, a type of herb called a life root. And with the cloaks, the pattern for the cloaks of fey kind, you see that it requires to be woven by a type of grass called weave grass.
Okay. Interesting. Not as cool as a hole into space.
Oh wow, I'm sorry.
No, I'm being
Well, you do know from
I'm being silly.
just
Yeah.
your own association with magical items and the library and handle of them. You do know that cloaks of elven kind are pretty valuable, and that anyone wearing these types of cloaks, any perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and they give you advantage on all dexterity or stealth checks made to hide.
I will say
Could be
I
really good
love
for like children.
grass.
So you do know that, it doesn't have an immediate use, this recipe, but
But we could
you
get
do know that
cooking.
it could have its uses. You just got to get a little crafty.
Okay, I'm so crafty.
So crafty. Was anybody else wanting to look for anything or look at anything while we were in here? Remember, you still also have this door in the middle of the sunburst that y'all haven't checked on at all.
Falcon wants to touch the glowing door.
Mm.
See if
Remember
he
that
can
one
open
time
it.
you were yelling at me?
About touching stuff?
Cletus is passively like stealthing around, checking corners, is very paranoid, having already experienced multiple things, and immediately notices Valken and comes close to him and is observing.
Can I say something to Falcon? Like, hey, how about if we're both gonna touch stuff, let's touch it together.
He said, "That's a good idea."
Like
He
a-
almost said something. He thought you were about to be an asshole. You can see him like suck it back in. He's like,
You said,
"Yep,
he
that's a good
said,
idea."
Okay. No, I was just like, hey, yeah, you grabbed into my cloak, when we went to the portal, and I'm like, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
So,
There's a glowing crystal ball out here.
Oh my
a
god, put it
glowing
down.
crystal ball. Well, I'll
Cletus is
take that.
also. Can Cletus also be in the room?
Okay. So, you guys, with Valken leading the way, go through the doorway and the sunburst arch. You enter a room that expands upon itself, with the walls changing into a view of the night sky. And it doesn't feel like you're in a room with four walls anymore. You turn around and it's like you're in a planetarium. The stars above you are shining so brightly. So it's like the stars and the constellations glimmer as if you're under the clearest sky on the darkest night. And you see, situated around the room are 5 telescopes, all pointing in different directions, affixed to the floor. In the center of the room, on a pedestal, sits a glass orb, clear and dimly lit, fixed to its bronze pedestal.
What is this room? This is some
It's an
crazy
observatory. It's a
planetarium.
skyline.
A planetarium with bright, twinkling constellations above you. If anybody wants to make an intelligence or perception check
I was
for me.
literally gonna be like, do we recognize any of the
Can I
constellations?
percept? Because I just dreamed about the stars. I feel very connected right now. I'm like, oh, perception. This is me. Oh, perception.
Anyone who wants to make 11?
Yeah.
Can I roll 2?
Yeah, anybody who wants to.
Let's
Can
all
I
roll.
roll
Okay,
perception?
I want you to know information.
Woo! 21.
Ooh, I have a high wisdom.
21.
9.
13?
Okay. So, Thani, Valken, and Kalis are looking around at the expanse of sky in awe and just like getting lost in the realism and how like similar and close this feels to like the night sky. But Mara, looking around, a feeling of unsettledness passes over you because you don't recognize these constellations. You don't recognize this sky. This isn't the same one that you've looked up at. I mean, not that often,
I was gonna say,
but
isn't
it
this
made
the
a mark
mole
on you.
girl?
But the
It
one that
made
I
a mark
saw
on you.
when I emerged from the mountain, this is not the same sky that I saw when I emerged from the
The
mountain.
stars are in a different place or different clusters, and I mean, the night sky and the stars were something that imprinted itself pretty
Bless you.
strongly on your
Bless
person,
you.
um, and it feels off. It doesn't feel familiar.
Hmm.
It's beautiful,
So,
but those don't feel like your constellations.
so I kind of murmur and turn to the rest of the group. I don't know, turn and say, I don't think that this sky is of our planet. I think this is a different planet sky. We're in a different dimensional hole. What do you guys think?
That's some big picture thinking, dude. Just because you don't recognize the constellations?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
Fair
got.
enough. Fair
I mean,
enough.
Sonny's a priestess, right? Wouldn't she have some knowledge of like the stars and stuff like that?
Yeah. You look around, Sonny, for some of your the familiar constellations of the cauldron and
Can we
the
use the little
mother and the
telescopes?
warrior. You can use them if you want to use them and look through them and see if you can find
Oh my god.
do an investigation check. And you use one of the telescopes to see if you can find any familiar constellations to you.
Oh no. Wait, what am I doing? An
Just
investigation?
investigation, yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
I think your investigation is one right now.
Is it really? It's always disappointing when I like try to look. Yeah, it's a 1. I got a 5.
5, 6. Looking through the lens of the telescope, you don't see any constellations familiar to you. I
Oh.
mean, you know that constellations change based on season, time of year, time of day, all kinds of things like that. But you also know that you don't see not a single one that you recognize.
That's pretty spooky.
Kalis is standing in the doorway to the planetarium, and he's very sick to his stomach, but
Motion sickness.
um, is looking around and uh,
Do you
will
want to roll an insight check for me, Kalis?
yes, I'll roll insight too because I've spent many nights under the stars almost exclusively. So, oh yeah, 17.
17. Looking back and forth between the sky and the doorway, those stars, you are very familiar with the night sky. That was sleeping underneath it so often. You've counted the different constellations for the warrior and the mother and the cauldron um, and the stag, but you don't see those. However, looking over your shoulder through the doorway, your eyes do go back over the map of the cosmos on the wall, and you notice that in small white writing there are markings on it and charts of constellations on that wall, and you notice it.
Cool. I'll say to the group, uh, I'm feeling a little uneasy. Excuse me for not joining y'all. I can't help but notice in this room the constellations on the wall, and I explained to them how it might be a map of sorts.
Oh man. What'd you say?
So
I think we should
What should we do?
should investigate it further.
What about this crystal ball? What is this?
Can Balkan roll perception and like kind of lean over and look into the crystal ball?
Can
See if
I?
you can see anything.
Yeah.
You got a 15 on perception.
15.
Looking
So
into
he
the ball.
leans in to the crystal ball, and looking within it, he sees just a light, and it hurts his eyes.
Oh no. What? Can I open up one of the books?
Did I psych you out?
Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, what does he see? It's like he doesn't see shit. He's blind now.
He just looked
I've
at the
always
sun.
wanted to do that.
Jordan, can I open up one of the books and see if it's like a black light kind of thing?
Yeah. So you open up the books and hoping that is some kind of
national
like
treasure.
vanishing ink. Yes.
Yeah.
Still the Declaration of the Independence.
Yes. This is
But you open it and
what all I want.
the light flutters and moves across the pages, but they remain blank.
Okay. Man, can I break it?
Can you break the crystal?
I'm just joking. No, I won't. I won't. It's too pretty. What I think about it. Like, there's secrets. It has secrets. I can tell. I just don't know how to get to them yet.
Kayla says, "Do we want to look at the map? I mean, this is all very cryptic for me, but maybe somebody can help interpret the constellations. I do not recognize this night sky, but perhaps we can find some type of explanation."
Okay.
Okay, so you guys all come out of the astronomy room and you gather around the large map of the cosmos. And you see the brightest marked constellations on there have names written underneath them by a neat small handwriting. And you see 5 constellations marked. The first one being the fish, the scorpion, the archer, the hunter, and the great ladle. And everything is charted out very neatly, very scientifically, and clearly, with those 5 constellations being the brightest points. But those aren't constellations that you recognize the name of.
What was that one? What was the A one?
Archer.
Archer.
The archer.
Alright, thank you. This doesn't mean anything to us.
No, not yet. unless all you you just have a name for those constellations if you've not seen them before. And then a
Okay.
room full of a night sky, one that you don't recognize.
Should we keep moving?
Yeah, I think we should carry on and
So
Is she?
more.
every time I think it's just gonna be a regular sneeze, and then it absolutely is not. All right. Oh, he's going down the stairs. We'll be back. Cool stuff in this room.
I follow.
Okay.
I follow Sonny and the group out of the laboratory stairs.
All right. Everybody leaves the laboratory.
So that's why I need to get more than that. It's just a cheesy bread.
You feeling something?
Yeah, I want something.
Yeah. What do we
Alright,
do?
so we already into this room.
You've been into the library, all of the other rooms. There are 4 other doors have been unexplored, and then also you've got the greenhouse.
I'm seeing. Oh, okay. We need
I've
to
been
Wherever
wanting to
y'all
check
want to
out the
go do
greenhouse.
first.
Where you guys wanna
I
go?
want to look at the greenhouse. I've been wanting to do that.
Greenhouse?
Yeah, I'm down for the green.
Well, we don't know.
Cool.
I mean, it's
Oh,
Cletus looks around to see if there's any doors that are locked. He's feeling pretty good about himself, and will passively start unlocking doors as he feels.
Okay. So far, you only of the 4 doors, only one of them was locked. Do you want to roll a lock picking check on it?
I'd love to.
wow.
I'm just like, I see a locked door, unlock it.
Also, looking at all the animations.
So are you unlocking it and just like throwing the door open
Yes,
for the
yeah.
or
Honestly, I'll just unlock it and leave it closed. But I just
Okay.
I should have options.
Okay.
So that D20 plus any type of.
Plus your dexterity plus expertise, which is proficiency 2 times.
Okay. Ooh. We need a better dice rolling system.
Oh yeah, is it the dice rolling system?
Yeah, because I try to see what it is. I can't read it.
Well,
And
so
I
you
try
just pick it up straight. That's what I do.
They're slit. It's a D20. I mean, it's okay. 21.
Perfect. You get out your little lock pickies and just like butter, open that thing. So nice and smooth, there's not even a creak. And all the doors are unlocked, but still closed.
Okay, cool. I'll just let everybody know, like, hey, door unlocked.
Unlocked. Mara
Perfect.
opens door.
What door do you open?
The one he just unlocked.
Okay. So you open that door and looking inside, you see a beautifully furnished study.
Oh wow.
There are red cushioned chairs all over, and books covering them all over. There we go. And then also you see little white cat
Oh.
perched
It's
on.
Falcon's best friend.
Is that what color was the cat from earlier that we chased
That was
off?
also a white.
It's
It
it's
was
white. It looks like the same one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, roll an animal handling check.
Yeah, anybody who wants to roll an
Yeah.
animal handling check.
Oh, I think
Is
I
that just?
have
Is
it.
it just a
I have a spell. that-
D20?
D20 plus whatever animal handling.
Ooh,
16 plus any animal handling? Do I have any animal handling?
Surely, right?
I feel like you should as a druid.
I'm not a druid.
I am.
You have animal handling, don't you?
Oh,
Or did
yeah.
you take that skill?
No, I do.
4.
20.
I mean, you can still roll it even if you don't
Dirty
have
20.
the skill.
Oh, yeah, no, 20.
Okay, perfect. So you go up to the kitty, and this cat seems sweet as can be. Don't know what happened between it and Falcon, but it
Aw.
comes up to you just like looking for love,
Aw.
and just gives you a good cuddle, and then wants to
Oh.
be let down and
Okay.
walks out of the room.
All right.
Okay,
Does
bye,
anybody want
kitty.
to roll? Can anybody roll a perception? Have one person roll perception, another roll intelligence.
Can I do
I
perception?
can roll perception.
Oops.
Okay.
Don't leave me with the intelligence.
I'll
I
do
got
it.
Intelligence investigation specifically.
a roll investigation.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you can roll perception, and then someone else can roll investigation.
I roll.
Okay.
I think Mandy
I
has
got
investigation.
Yeah, let me
a
see.
19.
I think I only
19.
have a 1 investigation.
Falcon
I only have a one.
immediately.
Josh, do you
You've
have
been
higher in
seeing
investigation?
these freaking books
Yes,
everywhere, and you clock it on the cushion of the
No.
chair, the same damn cover
Has-
with an eye on the spine.
All right. So he'll pick up the book and then give it to Sonny.
Take that.
My dice are rolling hot tonight, so I lended it to Josh.
I got a 19 in investigation.
A
19.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Kalis, you walk in the room and you immediately go to the bookcase. And looking at all of these books littering this bookcase, they're all neatly organized. You notice that they're all authored by the same person. They're all authored by Minerva Spellweaver, and that each book has the title alludes to different periods of her life as well as different areas of her studies. This is her personal study, and these are her personal books. However, or her personal books that she has written. Looking at them, you see that it's not just like any diary. They're written in a very academic way, like a autobiographical or historical text. And looking over them, you do notice one book that stands out among the rest, because it doesn't really fit in any way. And so you pull it out, and whenever you pull it out to look at it, the bookshelf starts to move, and behind it is revealed a stairwell descending into the floor.
It is an escape room.
Oh my goodness.
What do you guys do?
I say, I'm sorry.
What
I
about
know
not
I've-
touching stuff?
I know I said about not touching stuff, but I noticed this book. I touched it. I'm sorry.
Well, I think maybe it's a good thing.
I noticed this book.
And it's our job to explore.
And we walk down the stairs.
And I'll haul off down the stairs.
Really living my Batman.
Good job,
Batman
Kalis.
fantasy.
Always finding the good stuff.
Leave me hanging.
I can't sit.
So you step down these old wooden stairs, and this is the first time in this mansion where you really it's feeling its age. Like everything else has been pristinely kept and gorgeous. This very much has the dark, dank, dusty feel of a dungeon.
Dank dungeons.
But in front of you, directly in front of you, coming off the staircase, you do see the stone wall and a doorway, and then off to your right-hand side is another hallway. I'm sorry, and right in front of you, to your left, I'm sorry, to your right as well, there is a doorway.
Falcon runs.
Okay, he was just checking. There's a doorway like in front of us, like this way.
There's three. So there's one directly in front of you guys. And then there's one. I mean, you got the three squares of the room.
Okay.
Oh,
Can Bel
just for ease.
try to open up? Balkan wants to try to open up the one in front. See if it's unlocked.
Okay. That door is not locked. So you open it up.
Yeah, Cletus passively grabs the other door handle to the right while we're going down the hall.
That door is also make a lockpicking check for that one.
Okay. I'm just turning. I'm like literally like we're walking down the hall, and I'm just like jiggling knobs, you know.
He's dying to pick a lock, brother.
It's just it's like, oh man, cannot roll tonight.
The doorway at the very end of the hallway that Valken opened. Do you enter into the room?
Yeah, he wants to walk in and take a look around.
Yeah,
okay. Take it one room at a time.
I got a 15 on my lock thing. So.
Okay. You're able to unlock the door. And Valken, you come into a large room with glass display cases lining the wall. And the room itself is dimly lit. It's kind of cold. And when you focus on the glass cases, you can see something moving inside them.
Oh shit!
Is that a cockatrice?
Terrifying.
Are they being experimented?
I would really hope not. Would Mara know?
Whoever wants to can make a perception check for me.
Do you want to?
Perception, if any kind of checks anyone wants to make. Investigation, perception, insight.
Can I talk to the animals?
Handling, nature. Yeah, do you have speak with animals?
Yeah, with my spells.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you have speak with animals, you can cast speak with animals.
I put it in for this round, actually.
Okay.
There's a big old chicken down here if you want to talk to the chicken.
Who's the other guy? The other guy's like an ant thing.
There's an ant thing. There's some snakes.
So can I?
There's some snakes right
there.
Can
I address the room and talk to him? Do I need to roll anything for my spell?
No, you would just mark that you expended that spell slot.
Okay. What the hell's going on in here, guys? What the hell are you guys in glass cases? Okay.
So
Sick of it.
you cast speak with animals. You speak out to the room. What the fuck is going on? And you hear a variety of responses back. Some of it is just kind of like nonsense, intelligible, like the light, and or hissing and shaking, and
What?
Say it again.
You cut out.
keeps us here from snakes.
The
Partial
snakes are snitching.
And did anybody roll a perception?
I
did. I got a 7. Yeah, 17.
I did, and I
Okay.
got crit 1.
Oh, okay.
I would
So
also like six.
Sani is overwhelmed
Yeah, 22.
with like there are exotic and strange beasts locked in a secret room inside the library. This is getting fucking weird.
Yeah.
And as she's like noticing that and freaking out a little bit, Valken notices that in the corner of the room where next to another glass case is a glass display case, but unlike the rest of the display cases, it is not intact. There are shards of glass littering the ground, and it
Mark.
is empty.
I'm
Okay,
still.
so when he's gonna say, I guess something got out.
Oh,
Do you think it was the cat?
Can I
Maybe
ask
it
the
was the
animals?
cat.
maybe it was the cat.
Can I ask the animals? Hey guys, what got out of the glass cage there? What broke out? Who broke out?
The snakes look to you, and they're sliding back in their cages, and they just say shifter.
They said what?
Excuse me?
Shifter.
Shifter dog! I say, oh shit.
Getting shifty.
I look to the group, I say, the snake said that was the shifter. What do we think? Spooky. Okay. So I asked the animals, can I ask them one more thing?
One more thing.
Who keeps you here? No. More than
They just say she.
More.
Son of a bitch.
He.
Alright, so we gotta be out on the lookout for the shifter. She keeps them here, whoever that is. Don't want to think it's
The
Minerva.
ghost?
Don't want to think that.
Man.
Is it Voldemort? Is it our Voldemort?
Copyright.
TM.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything in this room. I'm overwhelmed. I need to get out of here.
I talked to the animals.
He kind of sneaks in there, like a badly kept reptile room.
That's so,
I don't know
and
if
I'm
you've ever
like,
been in.
animal cruelty. That's immediately why I wanted to talk to him. I'm like, who keeps you here?
I don't even see any water bowls or nothing.
Nothing. And they're in terrariums.
Can we go look in other rooms?
Do you want to check the immediate door?
Yeah.
Or the immediate room?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So Kalis has already unlocked it, and you guys go
Nice.
in and you see a sparsely furnished room with a large
Don't pick that up.
Hinterman?
Don't
he-
pick
a
it up.
large
He's very
carved
tempted.
and etched symbol in the floor of a circle and an 8-point star. Along on the walls, you see notes and of a ritual and diagrams and depictions of it, and in the far corner of the wall or of the room, you see a box of what looks like black dust, um, and in the by a cabinet and the other corner of the room, you see a fat orange toad.
Yes, I see him, and I'm thinking, Shifter, brother, what you doing over
Look,
there?
he see him croak. He goes.
I need to know.
Cletus is on guard. Cletus stands at the
He's about to
door,
fight this frog.
looking into this room, notices there are no alternative exits, stands in the door frame, and says to the group, look, don't touch, and if there's anything we perceive as magic, I think we should bring it to the group.
Well, wouldn't that require touching it?
Falcon tells Mara to talk to the frog.
I was just
Speak.
about to ask if you could talk to the frog.
Can I talk to the frog some more?
Yeah, what do you want to say to the frog?
Hey, buddy. What are you doing in here?
The frog doesn't respond.
Oh,
at all.
shit, he's mean bugging. That's not a cool frog. Hey, you guys.
Does not pass the vibe check.
Frog's not talking. I say one more thing to the frog. I say, what's your name?
Ooh, why is it so scary?
The frog does not respond.
Can I roll
Eh,
to intimidate the frog?
You can. I was gonna say it's somebody else, whoever wants to, can roll insight
Yeah.
Yeah.
for maybe like why she's
Okay,
talking to a frog
got
and nothing's happening.
I'll roll.
Yeah,
I
why is
got
the
a
frog
9.
talking to me? He's not a frog, because then he's not an animal. Because maybe I'm talking gibberish
Or
frog.
maybe you just don't like your
Someone give me a d20.
Take mine. She's hot.
We got 16. Dirty 16.
A 16. So insight would be you're coming to the same conclusion that above table Mandy just came to, that the frog is not responding to you when you're talking to it. Speak with animals because it's not an animal. It's not a beast. It's not a frog. And as you come to this realization, the frog's skin starts bubbling, and its body changes from toad, not frog, into a small winged leathery monstrosity with
I'm
large bug eyes and large ears and tiny horns.
The frog is changing.
As it shrieks in your face.
What did it say?
what did he say? Not a frog.
You keep
Okay.
breaking out in that.
Okay. Oh, and just for like little thing, toads are frogs in a sense, but frogs just aren't toads. So it's okay to call toads frogs. They're neurons. But yes, I'm shitting my pants currently.
Cletus yells, everybody out! He's standing in the doorway and he draws his short bow and aims it at the frog.
You know I got blicks in my hand.
We're
Okay.
immediately swinging.
Well, I'm not swinging. I'm up. He said I'm not a frog. I said, my bad dog. You were presenting as frog. I didn't.
Do we roll?
You know.
Or
Roll for initiative.
What do we do? He hasn't attacked.
That's up to you. I mean, you've backed away. This
aiming of
creature
initiative?
has not made any move to attack you yet. It's transformed. Whoever wants to. What do you guys want to do?
If you're not a frog, who are you?
Big.
Big. What she said.
Did you guess?
That was good. That was good.
Is that what?
You see that the creature looks at you and he has an expression of like begrudgingly answering these questions.
Surreal.
But he says, she called me Henry.
Nice to meet you, Henry.
I was summoned and I
But-
serve.
You were summoned by who?
By the mistress.
And then Mara says, "She, the mistress. What is her name?"
The Lady Minerva.
The Lady Minerva keeps these animals here in this squalor.
She's not been here in a really long time, but there were lots of experiments that she did, and she needed things.
How
we weren't
long?
running things for moral virtue points down here.
Yeah, it is a dungeon, isn't it?
I mean, let's be the place that I came from. This is way more PC.
Well, you should see where I work. Little place called Foot Lake State Park.
Henry, how long?
We just don't have the funding.
Revenue.
Kalis would like to use True Strike if it doesn't aggro.
Why are you being mean to him? He's answering questions.
If it doesn't aggro, I would like to True Strike the frog in the doorway.
Not a frog.
Let me see the
What is True Strike?
definition of True Strike. Point a finger at a target at range. Your magic grants a brief insight into the target's defenses. Let's see. It does not say anything about them knowing about it.
Aggro. Okay.
So it's just something that you do. But the insight that you would gain would be that this creature is a lot more hardy than he appears. He is completely shielded in a magic resistance. They has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. And they're resistant to a lot of things.
Okay, I yell out to the group. Listen, whatever is tough.
Henry?
Okay, I know he's hardy. He's shielded amongst many things. We can only guess at his strength.
Well,
but
of course I'm hardy. I have to help with dangerous spell work.
He looks like a
It wouldn't
very
make sense if I were easy to
sturdy, capable, not frog.
I ask, would you like to travel with us throughout the rest of the mansion and maybe lead us into places we haven't seen?
I am bound to this room.
Oh. Why?
That was the way she wrote the spell when she summoned me here.
Why just this room?
because this is the summoning room.
With the pentagon.
Well, what are you supposed to? What are you supposed to help with?
Oh my gosh, the pentagram.
She was researching other planes, other worlds, and researching gates. And she wanted my help for it. I know not a lot, but she was also glad for the company.
What did you help her with? Did she ever accomplish getting to another dimension?
That I cannot say, my lady.
Damn, and he called me my lady.
Riz.
Riz. Marjorie's Riz.
Is there any way to get you out of this room? Do you want to get out? What can we do? Anything?
Nothing to my knowledge. This room, it has been a far more peaceful place than wherever I was before I came here.
Okay, so
Where are you from?
A world cold and dark.
It's her. If you like that thing, baby, don't.
okay.
What?
Does anybody want to roll or do any like investigation? Look at any of the other things in the room. Check out any of the diagrams on the wall or the boxes. If there's anything you want to
Falcon wants
know
to
else
use.
about.
Can Falcon use the little glass vial that he picked up earlier and take some of the black salt with him?
And that is what he is thinking that it would be. It has the texture of a black salt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And twisting. And twisting.
Mara.
And
Mara goes and stands in the middle of the symbol on the floor.
okay.
What did you say?
Standing on
Mara
the
goes and stands in the middle of the symbol on the floor, and as you step over the chalk drawn symbols, your foot scuffs against the lines, and it's been here for so long. The dust that has settled into the stone is thick and it coats your shoe, but nothing happens.
Okay.
I think you need some of the salt.
Well, I'm okay. I was taking a shot in the dark. I live. Let me walk out the damn circle.
Can Falcon like take the notes on how to do the ritual thing that they have out? Can you like take it off the wall and like take it with them?
Yeah, and you do see, looking at it, that it's not written in any language that you recognize.
Oh man.
It's
He'll show it to Sonny.
it is
He's like, can you read this?
Can I?
no.
Nope.
To you as well, it is a language you've never seen before.
Oh.
Well, if Sonny don't know, none of us know.
That's beyond me, man. That's I've never seen that.
Alright, well we'll take this with us because I don't think we want to leave it here for anybody else to be
Yeah.
open.
Good idea, Falcon.
Goodbye, Henry?
Goodbye.
Before we leave, can I go and free? If I can't free everybody, can I at least free the snake and ask him if he wants to come with me? Because I want a pet snake.
Sure. You can go in and you want to ask the snakes if they want to leave. And you you see the snakes say, sunlight,
Oh,
and sand.
they want.
Please.
They should feel it. I free everybody.
And
Has everybody left?
I crack all of them. I'm like, everybody, let's go.
Has everybody left the room?
This will not make it hard to find the shifter.
These are my friends. They're going to where it's sandy and sunny. Okay.
Oh my god.
I thought we just found the shifter. It's the frog.
No, he's bound to that room.
Mm,
And I think he's just a demon.
that's
a
true.
shifter.
He's bound to the room.
He did shift.
Has everybody left the room with the frog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I've had my arrow trained the whole time, and then once everybody's clear, I say, my only communication with this creature. Is there anything that you want most?
She does that.
You see that
Go
he
ahead. Whoop that wig off.
flutters there in space, and he thinks about it for a moment. And
It is only.
he makes serious eye contact with you. And he just quietly asks, to die.
Son of a
Not
bitch.
Henry.
Henry!
I fire an arrow
Oh my god, you didn't even...
directly at the creature.
Henry, say his name!
Henry. I say Henry. I fire.
Does he...
Mara, with her fresh new snake friend wrapped around her wrist,
Pause.
has her jaw on the floor.
This is in a matter of a millisecond.
Exactly. I'm gagged.
What are you doing?
I see a baby.
Can I help you?
Oh,
What's up?
no, Henry.
Oh.
Say my name. No one is
Remember him.
Oh, look. Can you
Buddy?
show Josh? He didn't see.
Never mind. Okay.
She drew a frog.
With an arrow.
That's Falcon. That's who Ronnie's playing. All right. Do you need something? It's a girl playing a boy. Thanks. Good night. I love you. All right. Sweet dreams. Bye. I forgot what we were doing.
I'm trying to kill the frog.
Look. Yeah, Henry just asked to die.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
I'm obliging him. I roll a 9.
That's what I was waiting for.
I roll a 9 on my d20.
Okay.
And unless I
On your
guess
D20?
I have +5. then
Okay. 9 plus 5. So it's 14. The AC is 13. So we're gonna roll damage with your longbow, I think it was. Is that what, or was it short bow?
I have a short bow.
Short bow, okay. Which I think is
He's so bad.
1d4 or d6.
Shady's back.
I keep just seeing him in the corner with the unicorn.
I still see him.
Okay.
Yes, buddy.
It's gonna be just a solid 10.
A solid 10. All right, you pull back your bowstring and release it, and the arrow goes clean through his body. And he falls to the floor, and you can see a look of relief on his face.
Yeah.
As he does not have to be stuck in there looking at those four walls, a slave to whatever services of a witch.
To the right thing.
Also, I was scared for a second because I used my True Strike on him, and it's like he's tough, and he's also shielded against so many things. But I was hoping that because he wanted to die, that if I just shot an arrow, he'd be like, oh, "Thank you." You know?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "Oh no!" As soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh no, he's gonna have like 100 hit points, and it's not gonna be clean. It's gonna be like, like beating him against the wall."
Mm-hmm.
Be terrible.
Henry.
But I'm glad that I gave Henry the fate that he chose.
You know what? He deserves it. Deserves a break. And so
Peace.
the last room that you go into, down the hallway, the door opens into a much different feeling sort of laboratory than the one upstairs. You see it's dimly lit. The walls are dark and dank. There are various animal parts on the cabinets, and alchemical materials and beakers and a cauldron, and a ruined rug in the center. Anybody wants to roll any perceptions or investigation checks, see exactly what information is to be held in this room.
I got a 19 on perception. I think I have plus 4, maybe. Let me look. It's plus 4.
Okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
You
I got
immediately,
an
on
18
one of
on
the
it.
tables, Mara immediately clocks a book with the letter B on the spine on one of the tables. And Valken, what are you looking for with your investigation?
He's looking at like all the different potions and stuff like that, like picking up different ones and seeing like if he can recognize any of them.
Okay. There are so many different alchemical combinations, and he sees a couple that look familiar to him as poisons, acids, a lot of like volatile compounds, and also a lot of different salts.
He wants to take some of all of it. He would take like a couple of vials of poison and like the acid. He's like, "Oh, this will be good. This will be
Okay, okay.
good."
And did
Perfect,
you
you
say
can
I
mark
was
that you-
perceiving on a book?
Yes, you clocked up. There's one of the books, the blank books with the letters on the spines. You found another that has the letter B on
Okay,
there.
cool.
And also, while looking around at the different
I've been thinking
work
these things.
tables, you do see one table without the instruments, but with vials of ink and what looks to be a handwritten journal.
Okay. Probably by Minerva. I pick up the handwritten journal. I open it.
You look in the journal, and The letters in front of you, they swim before your eyes. It's like you've never needed glasses or any assistance before, but it's like all of a sudden, why do my eyes not work? You can't make out the words.
Something's cast.
I
I can't read it.
What's
I
up? My
keep
name's
it.
Mara. I'm 19 and I never learned how to fucking read.
Never learned how to fucking read.
Kalis comes into the room late after Mercy killing a frog and
I'm not.
does a perception check, and I rolled a 20. And I'm just looking for general threats. I'm just my uh I am here for the mission. I'm looking to clear out any hazards or dangerous creatures, and that's it.
Looking around, you don't see any obvious threats. The most threatening things in here would be um knowledge and what happens when you put all these different ingredients together.
And reading shit out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Careful about that.
Valken really feels like he knows like what's going on because he's worked with Nuon in these kind of settings, but like nothing. Like he doesn't remember any of his lessons.
And also things look different here. Like Nuon's stuff is very clean, very almost clinical. Like she's professional and sterile, and like this has a feeling of rot to it, of mildew, of the various like pieces of animal parts still have like crusted puddle of blood underneath them. Like it's hard to find familiarity in this because a different type of person, or someone in a different state of working than Nuon normally works, worked here primarily.
It's given a little more panicked.
A little bit more chaotic.
Yeah.
The light.
Can we pick up the book?
Yes, you should be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah. What letters do the books do y'all have so far?
RETIB.
I
think EB, right? Is it E or I?
I've not heard of an I, but I may have missed that.
I missed it, but I copied Lily's list.
What?
I have RET.
Did I make that up?
I have RET and B.
I can't. I have. It won't let me
Oh
see.
no, she has an I too.
You have an I too?
Yeah.
No, I have RETEB.
Oh, two E's.
Jordan, is there an I?
There is an I.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I can't remember sure. I can't remember what letters were in which rooms, but there is an I. So.
Hold on.
So do we have two E's or do we have an E and I?
So we got the E in the bedroom, and we got the T in the lab, and we got the I in the study above us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then we just got the B in here.
Mm-hmm.
So is that it? Should we keep going?
What time of day is it right now? Like, how much time has passed?
At this point, I would say y'all woke up around let's say 5 in the morning. And at this point it has been 2 or 3 hours. As y'all gone through and like cleared rooms, investigated things. So it's about 8 by now. However, I mean, y'all don't necessarily know the exact time,
Yeah.
but you do know it feels like it's been about several hours since y'all woke up.
So he's supposed to open the door around noon, right?
9.
Like,
Yeah, it was 9.
around
9
9.
a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Or so
It was 9.
Kayla
I had to go
says.
back and look at the video.
Kayla says, "I think
Do you
I
think
think we
there's
should go."
enough time to go check the gardens to see what she's growing out there
I
before
think
we
so.
leave? Like, do you think
Mhm.
there's enough time?
So it's something that y'all want to do.
Kalis is worried that we're gonna miss our time, and
Do
Get back in
we?
the
suggest
portal.
to everybody that we start making our way back
So we have plenty of
to
time.
the portal just in case.
And the portal is just in that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like the front door.
Says, "All right, guys, we gotta go. Grab what you can, and let's haul ass."
Okay, we can go back up, I guess. We just freed all these animals.
Mhm. Everybody, come on. Everybody, follow me. Leaving.
Mhm.
Come on, Vominos.
Everybody, let's go.
We can do it.
Okay.
And here we go through the portal. Come on, everybody, let's get to the doing.
To the portal.
To the portal.
But what if time passes differently?
What if?
We won't know. We didn't test it out. We just went in.
I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Should we open this door?
Is that one locked?
No, all the doors have been unlocked. Because Kalis went through and unlocked them all. They're just shut.
I opened the door.
Open
And
the
Valken
door.
can stand guard like
Whoa!
right here. So if the portal opens, he can
Perfect.
say something.
So you open the door, and inside you see an armory type of room. You see scorch marks on the floor and 2 dummies set up across the room. On the wall, you see several spears and swords and daggers and darts. Um, and you see this, it looks like um, a martial and magical practice training type room.
Dude. Is that a broom?
Yes,
Is it a flying broom?
it is. It's sweeping. It's all sweeping up.
Does it fly?
It doesn't fly. It just moves. It has one job.
Can I roll perception?
Perception or investigation, whatever you want.
Oh crap! I just looked at it. 14.
14.
Yeah.
You look around and you notice that the daggers hold a special gleam to them, and they all seem to be silvered daggers. Um, more the tipped and more than just like ordinary steel. Um, and you notice that the marks on the floor they're scorched and they're deep, but they are old. and the broom continues to sweep at unseen dust. There's nothing else for it to sweep in there, but it continues.
Can I take the dagger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can add however many silvered daggers to your equipment. There are 4 of them.
There's a broom there too.
He's just sweeping.
And Minerva was a witch.
I already asked if it could fly. I'm taking 2 daggers.
I'll take the other 2 daggers.
Perfect.
You guys just want to keep checking rooms? But try to stay kind of close?
Yeah.
Well, Falcon's like standing near the portal, so if it like opens, he'll like shout.
Okay.
You
I'd
wanna
like
open the next
to.
So you guys can check.
Or go ahead, Cletus.
I'd like to. While I'm in the armory, roll perception as well.
Okay.
That's a 19.
Okay. You also notice the scorch marks and the weapons, but over a very thorough check, you don't see anything else in the room.
Okay. Can I take one of my 2 new silver daggers and throw it at one of the sparring dummies?
Yeah. Make an attack roll.
I think that's a 14.
Bullseye. Right in the center.
Cool. I go and retrieve it,
He goes,
and that's all.
it's me!
And it comes alive!
Rubbish.
I just retrieve the dagger.
Okay.
Next room.
And you open the next door, and you are greeted with a warm, inviting breeze and the
Oh,
smell of some of the most comforting smelling food. The room itself is full of cats. They're everywhere. They're on the counters. They're all around the floor, lined up at their little bowls. There's a counter and
Get your
sink and
name.
a large stove, and then in the center of the room, there are 2 dark, shadowy, like homunculi, which you would know to be a enchanted familiar type like robot type thing made of like magic and technology. um and you see when you walk in the door, you bust open the door, that the largest of the 2 goes, "Oh my heavens!"
Oh, excuse me. Hello.
Oh
My
my.
name's Sonny. What's your name?
Oh, what, we haven't had visitors in just so long.
I apologize.
My name here is Coriander, and this here is my best friend Cilantro.
But
My best friend and partner.
ooh,
Cilantro and Coriander.
Coriander.
Yeah, you can call me Corey.
Aww.
And this one, and I like to call my friend Silly.
that's just sweet.
And you see that Silly doesn't really talk much and just makes little noises to itself.
Wow.
And Coriander looks at all of you and says, "Please come in. Are you hungry? Can I get you anything to eat?
Oh my goodness.
Please."
What are you guys doing here?
Well, I just run the kitchen, in here and I make sure that the Mrs. Cats stay fed and healthy, and they're always up in here every day like clockwork for lunch and dinner time, and even the little snacks that I sneak them. But that's what we do. We take care of everything that the Missus needed us to before she left us.
Where did she go?
But that's not something for me to know. Unfortunately, she was always off on her many adventures, and this one it just seems to have taken a lot longer for her to get back to us.
Wow.
Um, the
If
white cat?
anybody wants to make a intelligence or history or on arcana check, um, just like general knowledge of maybe of something you would know of homunculi.
Let's see.
Hmm. I have 3 arcana.
I'm just not as smart as I need to be. I
That's
have
okay. As you
one.
level up, you can get smarter.
I have one arcana, one history, one investigation.
I feel like I'm gonna come in contact with things under the mountain. They're dark little blobs, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a mountain
Try it.
thing.
You want to roll?
I'll roll arcana because I know that what I have in that one. Is that a 2?
Yeah, it's a 2.
Damn. So I got a 5.
2. You unfortunately do not know very much. This is the
Okay.
first time you've ever even heard of such a creature.
Can I
Okay.
try?
Yeah. Mandy, do you have guidance as a cantrip? Don't forget
Yeah.
guidance. Okay.
Guidance.
Guidance! So what do I get with guidance?
You roll a d4 to any ability check.
Oh, I wasn't doing that earlier.
Okay, so we're rolling our D... Or,
Four.
So you roll your d20,
and
and then on top of that, you add your modifiers, and then
This
you also
one?
roll a d4, and you can add that.
this guy?
Mhm.
It's the
Yes, the little triangle guy.
Okay. For 9.
Mhm.
9.
You got a 9,
And a 3? Right?
a 9, and a
Mhm.
3, so
Yep.
12.
Yo.
Perfect. So you don't have a lot of experience with homunculi, but you do know that there's something. They are a type of like enchantment that witches often are able to make by binding spells and objects together. However, you do know one thing though is that once a witch or whoever created it died, they would also dissipate.
Oh. Interesting. Interesting.
You see, Coriander looks at you. Are you hungry? Can I get you anything? I just made a wonderful hot piping bowl of or a stew.
I'll
Kalis
take a
chimes up
bowl.
and goes, I am famished. I would love a bowl of stew.
Me too.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And you see that he rounds up several bowls and he sets them out on the table, and he says, I can serve, y'all can eat in here, or I could serve you in the formal dining room right next to us if you'd like there, or we could set up tables in the greenhouse, and those those silly fairy dragons, well, don't worry, they won't bother you too much. But wherever you would like to sit.
Oh my goodness.
Greenhouse seating sounds nice.
Yeah. Oh my, yeah.
Perfect. I'll get you set right up. And you see that he carries all of his stuff in there, and there we go. He sets y'all up in the greenhouse, and y'all head in there, and um, he lets you know. Now, there's a couple of things that you probably should know about the greenhouse, and that's that Miss Minerva had all kinds of funny creatures barred in different places of her illustrious mansion, and she's got a couple of little fairy dragons. They like to play tricks on people, but you don't worry about them. They shouldn't bother you too much. Um, just holler if they give you any problems.
Okay. Thank
Or
you.
just stay out of their way.
Oh, all right.
Just say, shoe fly, don't bother me.
A shoe fly don't bother me.
Can I
Yeah, and
ask?
anything in this greenhouse, you're welcome to. Me and uh silly here, we keep the light globes, um, and we change out everything in water, so like it'll grow back. It's fine.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Can I ask a question before you go?
Hmm.
Do you or Silly know anything about the shifter?
The shifter. No, I can't say that I do know anything about a shifter. Um, I've got some sifters, like for flour, but I don't know anything about a shifter.
Okay, alright. Well, just keep that in mind as you poke around here, okay?
I'll keep my eye out, okay? If I hear of anything, I'll let you know. You'll be the first person I tell.
Keep your wits about you. Or
Always.
coriander.
I'm already halfway through my bowl of soup.
I know I'm hungry.
I'm
I
eating.
love them.
Everybody gets set up at their table, eating their soup in this beautiful greenhouse, and you see various trees fruiting, and different plant beds set up with small plaques underneath them with their names. In a far corner, you see an herbalist kit, uh, full of like the stuff that you would need to harvest things like that. Something to know is, Mandy, you do have proficiency with an herbalism kit
Mhm.
as a druid. Um, and that's basically, you would need that to be able to do stuff like make potions
So, can I
and
pick
like
it up?
forage. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I pick it up
If
and
you
I
want to
put
put
it
that in your inventory, in
inventory.
your equipment.
Yeah.
Snatch.
Batteries up. Right?
Got it.
Hell yeah. Um, as y'all are sitting filling your tummies, we could leave it there for tonight if anybody's getting tired. It's whatever everybody's feeling.
I'm getting kind of sleepy.
I see sweepy eyes.
And I want to give this my all. And so I need a long rest.
Yeah, I'm just smacking on
I just
soup.
did.
Like, we started talking about food. I was like, I'm hungry.
Yeah, we didn't do
Yeah.
dinner before we started.
Today,
didn't
it got away from us.
Yeah.
So,
It was an early night.
mm,
Well, we can end it there tonight then, in the beautiful greenhouse, having a lovely dinner, having accomplished and discovered a lot.
thumbnail.
I think we did so good. Yeah.
Henry!
Remember I forget his name.
Remember Henry! Remember Henry!
I hope that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass.
What was everybody's what are they called? Stars and wishes. What's
Yeah.
something that you loved and what's something that you want to see or see more of?
Silly.
I said the same thing last time. Your NPCs are amazing. Little
Goated.
Henry, cilantro and coriander, sassy cat. Like, I love them all.
The humming,
Spook.
that was in the beginning, but let's just not forget. That was spooky. The
Yeah, I think like a
ghost.
soundboard would be a really good idea.
Yeah. I just, the only thing I'm worried about is that I'm just too dumb and I'm missing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Me
Like,
too.
I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
dude, I feel like there's so much stuff that
I'm not getting.
I'm
yeah.
not getting. I don't know how to get.
I also loved the humming part. I thought that was dope and sick as
Very
fuck.
immersive.
Very immersive.
Thanks.
Unnatural Disney
Mhm.
imaginative.
I love Minerva's like private quarters and
They
her
call it.
experimental places we found. Straight up,
Mhm.
that was really cool for me. Henry was really cool for me too. Still wishing to transform again and use the stuff
Yes.
that you put in.
Yes.
I really liked my little moment with Henry.
You didn't even remember his name.
I
Creature.
I like that you had something unlocked for
Look at all-
like what do you want? He's like, yeah, that was a cool
Little
character moment. And I guess the only thing for this one was that I to fight something, but I very much feel that there's stuff to fight, so I'm not that's no note at all, but like that, yeah.
Oh,
My character is geared towards beating stuff up. So like, but I loved the entire
You were
direction.
discovering shit left and right, though. Your investigation
Yeah.
skills came in clutch several
I know.
times.
Yeah. I got really lucky on dice rolls. I did mess up like some on the ground and stuff, but
we were talking about it earlier. Something that he realized that he was looking forward to in like D&D was like the cool items. We were talking about Critical Role and like all the cool items that they have, and I just
Yeah.
thought that was funny because here we are, I'm just like finding cool shit left and right. I'm like, hell yeah!
and that takes time too. And I was like, uh, we walked in the room and Lily's like, I grabbed 2 daggers. I'm like, but daggers are my thing. So I'm like,
Actually,
I grabbed the other 2. Like, I was like, yo.
I got a black hole. I have
Yeah.
ashes and I have 2
Hell
vials
yeah.
of poison from the
hell
first
yeah!
thing I ever did slaying.
Snake!
Or actually, Josh slain that. I slain
And you got a
the
new snake.
Another snake!
And
Yeah.
all the frogs, Jordan. I cannot wait.
I'm
to
sorry,
use all
I'm
the
just
frogs.
looking at the shapeshift stuff because I hadn't looked at it. Turtle.
The
Yeah, I
Luna moth.
updated.
I saw the Luna moth in there. Thank you, Jordan.
You have 2 variety of snakes. You have multiple varieties of frogs.
There's venomous and non-venomous snake.
Even a little. How do you say that?
Quacoa?
Quokka?
The little cute, the
Quokka?
little
I don't even know
squirrel
what that
things.
is.
I know
I
what it
can't
is.
tell you how sad I am that this software is going away.
Same.
Me too.
It's devastating.
I literally like. I'm still like, no, there's nothing to save it.
Makes no sense.
It's a Kickstarter or something.
Yeah.
Something.
GoFundMe.
Were you able to like just get screenshots and stuff?
I should be able to. I got to figure out how to, just because like some of my maps are like so big that I wouldn't be able to fit it all in like one thing.
Right.
But I still have several weeks. It should be plenty of time to try to like learn Foundry, because it's a lot. But I just gotta like make myself do it. Which
Thank you, DM.
I plan
Thank
to
you,
do.
DM.
Thank you, DM.
I hope everybody had fun. I had fun.
Yeah,
This is my favorite.
Yes, 100%.
Yay!
Yay! Good game, you guys.
Loved it.
Thank
GG.
Good game.
Good game.
Good night. We're gonna get
Good
some
night.
food.
Love you.
Love you. Mwah.
Bye.